Hello everyone. In the last video we have covered how to find mean by using assumed mean method, and also we have covered how to find the unknown frequency by using any of the method to find the mean. Okay, so if you want to have a better understanding of this video, you can go back and watch the previous video. In this video, we will be covering exercise 14.1 to find the mean by using step deviation method. Okay, but so let us, this is the question we just took from exercise 14.1. In a retail market, fruit vendors were selling mangoes kept in packing boxes. These boxes contain varying number of mangoes. The following was the distribution of mangoes according to the number of boxes. Find the mean number of mangoes kept in a packing box. Which method of finding the mean did you use? Okay, so you can at the end they are just asking you to specify which method did you use. So let me solve this problem in step deviation method. And I need to tell you one more thing here. Here the interval given to you is not a continuous interval. It is uncontinuous. How do we find that? So example, for in this one it is given 50 to 52, and the second interval is 53 to 55, right? So it is not continuous interval. It is 50 to 52, and then it has to be started from 52, but it has started from 53. So it is not a continuous interval. So till now whatever we were dealing with the continuous interval. For example, here we had 52 52, then here we will be having 52 to 50 something 4, then here we used to have 54 to 56, something like that, right? So we used to have till now like this continuous interval, but here we have not the continuous interval. Okay, so if the intervals are not continuous, you need to bring the incontinuous interval to continuous. How do we do that? We will be subtracting 0.5 from the lower limit, and we will be adding 0.5 to the upper limit. So if you will add, you will subtract 50 minus 0.5. Do you get 49.5? And then if you are adding 52 to 0.5, then what you will be getting? You will be getting 52.5. In the same way, do it for all the class interval. For the lower limit, subtract 0.5. For the upper limit, add 0.5. And then just write all the values. Fine. So this is the way when you have the class interval, not the continuous one. Now the question comes, how to solve the question in the step deviation method, right? Here also we have the class mark, which is nothing but the midpoint. So how do we find that? We used to add these two, 49.5 plus 52.5 divided by 2. So you will be getting 51. Add these two, divide by 2. You will be getting 51 here. Then what about this part? You will be getting 54. Then 57. Then you will be getting here 60. Then here 63. Fine. So find the class interval of all these by using this formula, and please do check here. Okay. Then what is the next column you have? You have in the assumed mean method also this was the same column, that is the deviation column. You need to find the difference from the of the class interval from the assumed mean. So here also let us assume a mean, because we need to get the deviation. Assumed mean. And what I told you, usually we will assume the mean, which will be the center value of the class interval. So here central value is 57. So let me write assumed this one. Mean is 57. Now keep on subtracting the two values, xi minus assumed mean. So xi is 51 here. 51 minus 57. How much it will be? It will be minus 6. Right? Then you will be having here 54 minus 57. So how much do you get? You will get minus 3. Like this you need to keep on going for all the values. So how much do we get for 57 minus 57? You will be getting 0. And you will be getting here 60 minus 57. You will be getting 3 and here 6. So you can observe it is the symmetrical. For every value when you are finding the deviation, it will be always symmetrical. Okay, symmetrical means at the center you will be getting 0 and here you will be upper values will be with negative 1 and the lower values will be the positive 1. But when you will get the symmetrical values, when you will be assuming the central number of the class interval as the assumed mean. If you are taking any other values, then you will not get symmetrical, but anyways you are going to get the correct answer. Fine. Then this is the additional column in finding the mean by using step deviation method. What is this? We need to divide this by h. What is h actually? H is nothing but the height of the class interval or size of the class interval. Okay, so size of the, let me write here somewhere so that you will not forget size of class interval. Right? How do we find size of the class interval? We need to subtract 52.5 minus 49.5. So we will subtract these two and we will be getting class interval as 3. Right? So we will be keep on dividing everything now with this one h. So minus 6 by 3, which will be, let me write one value for you, minus 6 by 3, which is equals to minus 2. Then minus 3 by 3 will be equals to minus 1. Then 0 by anything is nothing but 0. Then here plus 1, here you will be getting plus 2. Right? You need to do it for all these values. Then what we need to do? We need to multiply fi into ui. Here is the fi, here is the ui. Multiply these two. 15 into minus 2. How much do we get? We will be getting here 15 into 2. We will be getting here, and it is minus here. So plus into minus minus. 15 2s are 30. Then what? Then you will be having frequency. You have the frequency 110. 110 into minus 1. It is nothing but minus 110. Then you have 135 into 0. It is 0. Any number multiplied with 0 will be always 0. Then 115 into 1 is 115 itself. Then 25 into 2 is 50. Right? Then what you need to do? You need to add all these values. So negative numbers also you need to add these two numbers. Then you need to add these two numbers. Then whatever you are getting, you need to simplify. So let me simplify that. Minus 30, then minus 30 minus 110 plus 115 plus 50 is equals to 25. Okay, then what is the formula for mean when you are finding by step deviation method? Formula is a plus summation of fi into ui divided by summation of fi into h. Okay, so assumed mean for our this problem is 57, and we have plus here. We have summation fi into ui 25. 25 divided by summation of fi, right? So we need to find the summation of fi as well. For this particular problem, summation of fi will be just calculate. You will be getting here 400. Okay, so divide these two and multiply with h. What is h for this particular problem? Size of the class interval is 3. How did we find the size of the class interval? We have subtracted upper limit minus lower limit. You can write somewhere h is equals to upper limit minus lower limit. Okay, you need to subtract these two. You will be getting here 3 for this particular problem. So now let me write 57 as it is. plus 25 by 400. Let me do it. 25 by 400, and then whatever the answer you are getting, you need to multiply that answer with 3. So you are going to get here 0.1875, and you are going to add 57 to that, right? So what you will be getting? 57.1875. So this is the way how to find mean by step deviation method. That's it for today's class. In the next class, we will be learning how to find the mode of the group data. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe and press the bell icon.